Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about persisting through tough emotions. Somebody asked me this in the comments, and I feel like it's a really good topic and a really good time to talk about this, as I know, a few people are, going through some things. Not laughing at that, but just laughing at, the things. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do my makeup, and then I'm going to hop on to the membership. We're going to do our Neville reading, our bi-weekly Neville reading. So those of you who would like to join, you can join the Evolved here. Okay, there's a link in the description. And I am also having, oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you, beautiful. I am also hosting another Godstate activation, you guys. So we're going to be having a Godstate activation on 2/22. It's actually 2/22 right now in the chat. So yeah, we're going to have another Godstate activation. This Godstate activation is going to be centered around receiving, getting into the receiving mode. Really creating a container of energy that creates manifestations in the 3D for people, as I love to do. So if you guys would like to join, you absolutely can. The link is in the description. Early bird pricing is going to end on Sunday night. If you're in the Patreon, then you get an extra percentage off of early bird pricing. And of course, that's found in the Patreon, okay? All right, hello everybody. Because I'm because I'm low on time, I'm not going to say hey to every single person. I'm just gonna say hey to everybody, and I love all of you guys. You know, all y'all my cousins. And we're gonna get into the topic, okay? All right. So persisting through difficult emotions. I honestly didn't even give this any thought before I started the video, but that's okay because it's coming through me, okay? It's coming through me, not to me. All right, so the first thing is to not make a problem out of your difficult emotions, because they're not a problem, okay? So with manifestation, you guys, so much of it is like, it's not so much what's happening, it's how you are relating and deciding about what's happening, okay? So like if you're having a tough couple days or whatever, or a couple weeks or couple months or whatever, couple years, shit, you know what I'm saying? You can decide from that, like, wow, I'm not getting what I want. I suck at this. Life sucks for me, right? But you can also just continue to decide that you're still getting what you want. In fact, you still got what you wanted, right? So really, truly not making whatever the issue is an issue. Because the truth is, you guys, like, I think a lot of people think that as manifestors, you should never have a bad day. You should never be upset. You should never be, down or sad. You should never be doubtful or fearful. And honestly, the higher you get in consciousness, the less that you will feel those things. But it doesn't mean that it's zero. And even if you're not in a high state of consciousness, or you feel like I'm really a beginner, I'm like new to this, not true to this, it still doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. Like, you still can get what you want. The truth is, you guys, all of y'all are true to this, not new to this, okay? Everybody is. All of us have been doing this and are doing this for eons, or, what we would perceive as eons, which is just the eternal now, So really, exactly what you're doing, okay? You know exactly what you're doing. But it's how you're relating to the experience. Think about, like, those of you who are moms, or all of us have moms. Think about, like, the birthing process, right? None of that looks like joy. None of that looks like, oh yeah, wonderful things are happening, right? It looks actually terrible. There's a lot of constriction. There's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of literal pushing, right? There's a lot of, like, honestly, tears and blood and all kind of terrible things. But at the end of it, you get this beautiful baby, right? And you feel a love that you've never felt in your whole entire life, right? So I've heard. I don't plan on finding out, y'all. But so I've heard, right? So, but the thing is, like, when you guys are pushing out babies and stuff like that, that, well, God, I'm screaming. God, I literally feel like I'm dying right now. Gosh, I feel like I'm ripping apart. You know what I mean? But you don't think, man, damn, maybe the baby ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you know it's coming. They're like, oh shit, I can feel it. You know what I mean? Now, again, you guys, this is not saying that you have to pay a price. It's not saying, oh, you have to go through birthing pains to get your, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking to those who are in the midst of the birthing pains in their experience and letting them know that it is all right. Okay? That it is okay. Okay? So the next thing is chill the fuck out. All right? Chill the fuck out. Like, you don't have to fix every mood, right? You don't have to fix every mood that you have. You don't have to fix every thought that you have. You don't have to be obsessive about what you're thinking and feeling. And oh my God, am I in the state? And oh my God, am I on the timeline? And oh my God. When you're doing that, like all you're doing is putting yourself in more of a state of freaking out, basically, which you don't want to be in. Right? Just let shit be cool. Like, really, you guys, like, think about things from God's perspective, not yours. Okay? Not the avatar. Think about it as a powerful, limitless being. Think about it as somebody who knows it's already worked out for them, y'all. And this is the point, actually. That'll bring me to my next point. Okay? Is that it's already worked out for you, so it doesn't matter, dog. It truly doesn't matter. It's like I told you guys, I always tell you guys about Christmas, right? It truly doesn't matter if what's happening. It doesn't matter if it's 70 degrees like it was, I think, this year, like on Christmas. It's still coming. So the difference is we don't use anything to decide that it's not coming, right? So when it comes to your desires, when you accept them as a fact, which is step 1 of the law of assumption, is to accept your desire as a fact, is 444. Like, when you've accepted your desire as a fact, you don't then micromanage, like, oh my gosh, like, oh, this is happening. Oh my goodness. Like, oh, like, no, your desire is yours no matter what. Okay? I said this in another live, but remember the Barbados story with Neville and Abdullah. When Neville was doubting and went to Abdullah and said, dude, like, I don't see any way. I'm like, it's basically Christmas now. There's no way for me to get to Barbados still. Nothing's moved. Barbados. Abdullah didn't say, oh yeah, Neville, you know, that's a problem. You're doubting, Neville. Why are you doubting? You see you're wavering, Neville. You're not going to get what you want. Abdullah was completely oblivious to anything except for his reception of his desire, period. Because I don't even know what you're talking about, Neville. Like, what do you mean you haven't gone when you already went? Like, that I don't know what you mean. Could you clarify? Actually, don't clarify because I'm busy and slammed the door in his face, okay? So, that being so, I'm just saying, you guys, sometimes you're staying on, like, what do I do? What do I do about this thing? What do I do about all my resistance? Just let it be fine. Just let it be fine. You want to resist your resistance. You want to resist what you're doing. You want to resist every mood you have, every down mood, every cry you have, every anger you have, every opposite thought. Just be chill. Right? And let whatever it is be all right, knowing that it can't hinder what's already yours. Okay? That's going to diffuse the resistance much quicker than you like resisting the resistance and freaking out about the resistance and being like, oh my God, I can't actually do this. You know what I mean? It's going to diffuse. If you tell that resistance, you know, it's okay. You know, people think opposite to their desires and still get what they want. So I don't have to make a big deal out of this. I actually don't even have to spend any more time on it. My attention is so valuable. I can just relax. In fact, there's nothing for me to do, right? Which is trust. Okay? This is trust. Thank you, my little life. What a cutie pie name. When you're trusting, you guys, okay? When you're trusting, like I said, when you've accepted your desire as a fact, then it doesn't really matter what's going on, okay? So many times, you guys, when you're looking at what's falling apart, Those are the things in your life that just can't come to your new life. And you may not be aware of why, what, when. You may not be aware of all those things, but that's for you to trust. That's why so many people are spending their time focused on the middle. Because you already on the path, but you can't believe that you're on the path. You're like, I couldn't be on the path, or I'd see it already. So let me go ahead and figure out the path. Let me make the path, because obviously, God doesn't know the quickest, shortest, most immediate way to bring me my desire. And I'm sure I could figure it out. So I'll do it. Right? And how's that going? Something too, you guys, is to understand that life is just a game. Like, this is something that really helps me. And for all of you serious Sallys out there that just think life is so serious and it's like, oh God, I have to do this and have that or be this or that or, whatever, all of this stuff. And it's like, dude, like, it actually doesn't matter, because what you are is so fundamentally perfect and whole. What you actually are beyond all of this stuff is perfect already, whole already. Nothing in this world can add on to you. Okay? No experience in this world can add on to you, can make you more than what you already are, more than the perfect God that you are. Okay? So, when you realize that literally everything is for the fuck of it, literally, it's just because you're like, oh, it'd be cool to experience this, right? It'd be cool to experience this. So I'll experience it instead of, oh my gosh, how do I be good enough to get this thing? And until this person or this money or this job or this thing happens, I'm not good enough and I'm not successful and I'm not perfect and I'm not whole and I'm not really powerful until. And you just realize that actually you're the most powerful, the most high, pretending to be not so powerful and not so high. And you're on your little journey and little placation to figure out and play and experience coming back to that knowledge. And it doesn't really matter which way that you do it. It's just, what do you feel like? That takes pressure off, you guys. It doesn't matter anyways. This is, as Alan Watts says, a parenthesis in eternity. It's just a little blip, just a little recess, right? Okay. So that's really kind of it, you guys. Maybe I'll read some of your questions because we have like 10 minutes. But don't panic, y'all. And remember I told y'all, listen to Don't Panic by Rick Ross and Meek Mill? Don't panic, okay? Don't panic. Even when they're telling you to panic, even when everything is showing you to panic, just don't. And if you do panic, just have grace for yourself. Okay? Have grace for yourself for panicking. Understand that, well, I'm a human. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Sometimes humans panic. Sometimes they slip on their pimping, and it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have to mean anything. Actually, you know what? Instead of reading your comments, I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? Because this is how I feel. This is how I stay out of the mindset of I ruined it or, oh my God, or whatever. Because, okay, follow me, okay? Follow me. All right? The only moment is now. The only moment is now, right? Cool. Okay, that's number one. So if the only moment is now, that means that none of the simultaneous realities, well, let me back up a point. So all realities are existing now, right? All realities are existing now, correct? So that means that the reality where you don't have it and it matters that you don't have it, the reality where you don't have it and you freak out and spiral and you still get it, the reality where you do have it right now, the reality where you're in the moment before it actually manifests into the physical, the reality where it just manifested in the physical are all existing right now independently of each other. Because we've been taught to believe linearly about time, that, well, what I did yesterday is what leads to today, which is what leads to tomorrow. Because you believe that, you're experiencing life that way. But in fact, all things are existing in this now moment. And what you did yesterday has nothing to do with what you're doing today. And what you're deciding right now has nothing to do with what you decide in the next moment. Okay? Okay. So, that being said, if you've been spiraling for, I don't even give a fuck how long, 50 years, if you've been spiraling for 50 years and the moment you become conscious and realize that the only moment is right now for me to choose again, and you simultaneously make those last 50 years irrelevant instead of relevant, instead of saying, well, I know that this moment right now is creative, and here I am going to bring in my old story and my old triggers and my old traumas and all the old stuff that I've been going through into this now moment to condition my next moment. If you said instead, like, fuck that, this moment is brand new and it's unconditioned. It's waiting to be conditioned by me. It's waiting to be conditioned by me. So what do I choose about it? What do I decide that it's going to be? What do I decide that it's going to unfold like? So when it comes to resistance and it comes to, opposite thoughts, intrusive thoughts, all of these things, but what did you decide right now? You could have been having intrusive thoughts and all these thoughts and all these other kind of things and still get what you want. I guarantee you it's happening right now. Y'all, like, look at the people that are famous, y'all. Are they especially intelligent? Absolutely not. Not even as intelligent as you, most of them. You know what I'm saying? Are they especially anything? You know, some of them are, like, I'm not taking away from the talent, but I'm just saying, people that have money, people that have love, especially love, come on now. On every spectrum of consciousness, people have love. It's the idea that you think you have to earn it, have to be perfect, right? That you think that anything matters except for what you just said. You feel me? So instead of that, you're just going to remember, oh, wait, there's only one moment. That's one now moment. So if there's only one moment, none of those other moments, including the one that I just got out of, as soon as my lip said of, and my lip flicked like that. When I said of, it's the past. It don't matter. It's irrelevant unless you make it relevant, because you make everything relevant. You make everything relevant. So instead of making your past relevant or your intrusive thoughts relevant or your old story relevant or how bad you're feeling relevant, make what you want relevant and take care of yourself. Okay. That's really all you got to do, y'all. Like, if I'm feeling fucked up, my goal is to take care of myself. My goal is, how can I feel better? Maybe I'm gonna watch The Incredibles. That's what I did the other day. I watched The Incredibles 1 and 2. Felt amazing. Loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something you enjoy. In those moments, don't put more pressure on yourself. Now, don't be lazy. Don't be sloppy, right? As Abraham Hicks says, a sloppy thinker, right? Don't be one of these motherfuckers that come in the lives like, oh my God, oh, blah, blah, blah. Here's my 17th time telling you that this isn't working for me. Don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Have some decorum about yourself. Have some mystic decorum. Mystic decorum is not going on and on about bullshit. Okay? But it's also not denying your experience. Okay? It's not denying your experience. It's allowing whatever is to be and allowing it to be cool. I don't like this. I thought this was the same. Well, not the same, but this had better reviews than this. And look, I mean, it's all right. But anyways, you're never stuck in any moment, because in any moment that you become conscious, you have the ability to choose again. And that's your task, period. And it doesn't matter if you're sad. It doesn't matter if you're angry. It doesn't matter if any of those things. Now, what I will say and encourage y'all to do is to focus on calming yourself. Focus on bringing peace into your body, bringing peace into your mind. Okay, that's just going to help your overall experience of being and help you manifest as well. All right? But just make that something to do as a loving thing for yourself instead of a task to make you good enough to receive what you're not already good enough to receive. You feel me? A crash course in rampaging. You're so funny, Summer. Rampaging, you guys, I just be talking. I really do. I just be talking. You guys can totally rampage. Just start talking as if, like, just be imaginative. You know? What if it was like how you want it? Talk about it. Even go further. That's something I like to do. When I rampage, I exaggerate. I like to go further. Push my imagination further. You didn't just get the money. No, you're getting tons of money. Back to back. You know, you didn't just get the love. No, they're obsessed with you. They're on their knees for you. Yes, imagine hyping up your best friend. Hell yeah. Me and my best friend hype each other up like literally every day and just talk about how beautiful and gorgeous and perfect we are to each other. All right, y'all. That's it. Not she's pretty, period. Don't condition it. Y'all are hilarious, dude. All right. So you guys, if you guys want to hop over, we're about to go, we're about to get into the membership and on the Evolve tier. And we're going to be reading some Neville. So if you guys want to hop over, then you can join. The link is in the description. If you guys would like to join the Godstate activation, it's going to be so powerful. We're going to be focusing on being in the receiving mode of getting your manifestations out of the 4D into the 3D. You guys can get your ticket as well. That's in the description as well, okay? But other than that, I missed you guys, by the way. I am intending that this prospers you all immensely, and I'm absolutely sure that it has. I'm sending you all infinite, infinite, infinite love, and I will see you guys in a video soon.